Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a Doctor Who action figure collection update video. I think the last one that I did, slash first one I ever did, was back 8 months ago, whenever that month would have been, and time just doesn't work anymore in my head because the clock's changing, plus the fact that, like, obviously we're in COVID town and all COVID is a fucking thing, so yeah. On a more positive note, there are some new additions and bits and pieces that I've added to the collection, and also a little bit of a disclaimer: this isn't the full collection that I have on my person, as it were, because I have like these drawers full of action figures, as well as over there that wardrobe even full of like a box full of Daleks and stuff. So yeah, this is just basically what I have on these three shelves. And if you've watched the last video, the Doctor Who action figure collection video, then you'll know what I have had in this on these three shelves, plus what I have added, I guess. But yeah, you've still got the Ninth Doctor slash Tennant, sort of David Tennant box, and that I would love to get a sort of another one of these one day, and then just be able to like mod it and or customize it, you know, as it were, and make a sort of John Hurt War Doctor TARDIS. That'd be awesome. I've got Dark Eyes, Eighth Doctor McGann, sort of from Dark Eyes, the audio drama series. Then I've got McGann from Night of the Doctor, without the bloodied up version, the sort of standard version. I've got a John Hurt War Doctor figure, which is easily up there. These three are some of the best figures in my opinion. And then you've got the Moment as well as one of the few accessories I've got on display. And I just like most of the configurations. I mean, maybe that one and definitely that one are probably my least favourite too. Maybe this one as well, actually. But for the most part, a lot of the different configurations are pretty awesome, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, so then you've got the Ninth Doctor and Eccleston, then you've got the 10th Doctor who's still in the 9th Doctor's costume, then you've got a 10th Doctor figure, then you've got, so we've gone from the sort of McGann sort of Time War-y aspect slash 9th Doctor, and that straight into Series 2, and that with the Sycorax leader, Sycorax warriors, and Cassandra, as well as Broken Cassandra, and that. You've got Chip, you've got Rose, and you've got Novice Haim, I think her name is. You've also got Face of Boe, who is a very dusty boy. You've got Face of Boe there. You've got Damaged K9, who I didn't have for the longest time until someone once donated a bunch of action figures to my person, which it was very nice of them to do that, so thank you to that person. Another K9 which is less damaged than that, which is pretty cool and awesome. You've also got Sarah Jane Smith from, I want to say, the Sarah Jane Adventures sort of figure. I never did get a Sarah Jane figure that was based off how she looked in School Reunion, even though, if I'm being honest, I'd only really want that for completionist's sake. I don't actually think that actual figure looks particularly good, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Then I've got a werewolf from Tooth and Claw, and ideally this shelf should hopefully be episodic to Series 2. I'll be honest though, a little bit of a disclaimer, I haven't watched Series 2 in years and years, so yeah, if it's in a little bit of a wrong order, that's probably why. But yeah, then you've got the Clockwork Droids, you've got the light blue one, you've got the black one, and you've got the purple one, and I think the purple one is one of the rarer ones, and I wanted one that was displayed with its head off, so you could see the sort of clockwork mechanic stuff. Then you move into sort of Idiot's Lantern the Age of Steel sort of stuff. Age of Steel two-parter, I can't remember the name of those two episodes off the top of my head. But yeah, you've got Cyberman there, you've got the Cyber Leader. I do have the big chair sort of thing, but I couldn't be bothered having that be displayed here, as well as another Cyberman there. You've got the TV, which has the sort of display of like the wire and all that. You've got the most dustiest David Tennant action figure in the history of ever, with a sort of accessory thing from that episode. as well as Tennant at the back in his iconic orange spacesuit. I feel like it's pretty iconic at this point, as well as a space sort of thing, like sort of container ship thing that went down in that episode, which is very big, and I prefer having that than, say, the Cyber Leader chair, because that's just a really glorified, big, boring, grey/silver chair, in my opinion. You've got the old lady from The Idiot's Lantern. Now, the reason why she looks so different is because, fun fact, if you can believe it, this was the first ever, well, you probably can believe it, look at the paint bleed there, you can believe it, that this was the first ever time I did a Doctor Who action figure custom. She's supposed to be a character by the name of Evelyn Smythe from Doctor Who Big Finish Audios, which I only found out much later on that was actually the custom that I was trying to do. But yeah, or who the custom was that I was trying to do of, if that makes sense. You've got Toby being a really creepy bastard at the back, with all the sort of hieroglyphs and ancient satanic bollocks on him. And the red eyes as well, very creepy bastard. You've got the 10th Doctor again with another accessory, with the sort of Ghostbusters get up and that, with the backpack and all that. You've got the Hoiks there, which fortunately is the only figure from Love and Monsters, and I think I've got 2 Hoiks, but I've only got, as you can see, 1 displayed. You've got another Cyberman and another Cyberman over there. You've got one of the really older Daleks, which are kind of more chunky monkeys. You've got Mickey Smith there with a big gun as well, sort of cyber gun thing, trying to attack one of the Daleks. This Dalek in particular, what I really like is the fact that it's made out of die-cast, and also you can move the eye stalk really far down and really far up, like so. It's very unique in that respect, as well as the fact that it just weighs a lot in my hand, which I kind of like. Which kind of sounds wrong, but yeah. Moving up, we've got the Tom Baker years, where the second one, which is predominantly the one that's changed quite a bit, because obviously the B&M sets are a thing, aren't they? So this year we've been spoilt. Doctor Who fans, action figure fans have anyway. At the back, you've got the sort of season 12 TARDIS, which I adore, as well as the Pertwee or Tom Baker in the Pertwee costume, which for the longest time was quite a very hard to get, very rare action figure. You've got the season 12 Tom Baker, which I think I got all the way back in, I can't remember the year, but all the way back from Tesco's all those years ago. The Brigadier from the Three Doctors, but so I guess technically I shouldn't have this figure displayed here, but fuck it, I do, because I guess this is the closest to a 4th Doctor Brigadier we're going to have. These are displayed with the Sonic, or Pertwee Sonic, the 4th Doctor Sonic, and then just a sort of standard sort of pistol. You've got the K1 Robot collect and build figure at the back. Unfortunately, he used to have the gun in that claw, but I tried to take the gun out of his claw, and then the claw kind of snapped, so it's glued on now. You've got a Harry Sullivan figure, which came with the sort of Steyr figure as well, that he's next to from Sontaran Experiment. He looks pretty cool, so I don't have the spaceship for him either. I do have the spaceship for Lynx, but not, as I say, Steyr. Also, these figures should hopefully be in chronological order as well. At the back there, I don't think you can see, but you've got some Dalek boys at the back. You've got 2 of them, and that just chilling, very dusty boys again. And they're from, obviously, Genesis of Daleks. You've got Tom there with the sort of Dalek mutant trying to kill him, and the big brown coat and the long scarf and all that. Very funny anecdote is the fact that one of my friends once thought that the Dalek mutant was Tom's beard, which I still find very funny. You've now recently got the one and only Sarah Jane Smith and Elizabeth Sladen. Oh, Elizabeth Sladen playing Sarah Jane Smith in the sort of army combat gear from Genesis of the Daleks. Very nice to add that to the shelf. You've also got Davros from Genesis again. You've got a Destiny of the Daleks Suicide Bomber Dalek in the back, just because I really couldn't figure out where else to put him. You've got the Cyber Leader. You've got 2 Cybermen as well, because they came from a 3-pack as well. Revenge of the Cybermen 3-pack. You've now got the 4th Doctor in sort of Gaelic / well, Scottish gear or get up, I guess. You've also got Zygon behind him, and then behind them you've got Sergeant Benton, and the figure who is Yates, but is actually just a different figure, or supposed to be a different character, but he's got a mustache, so they're right at the back. And then right at the back again, you've got the sort of Pyramids of Mars, Tom Baker with the sort of panel, and that's still, you've got the sarcophagus, you've got the mummy from Pyramids of Mars, then you've got Deadly Assassin, you've got the Master, Face of Evil, you've got Leela, but again, she's had to be blue tacked, unfortunately, because, yeah. Then you've got some Vok robots, you've got CV7, D84, I think twice, even though one of them's got D84 right at the back on the chest plate, yet the other one doesn't, which is really weird. And then I've got a green and silver one, so yeah, I've got quite a few Vok robots, not to sound like I'm complaining, but yeah. Then you've got the Talons of Wang Chiang, Tom Baker, as well as Magnus Greel, and Mr. Sin is creepily right there. He's also had to be blue tacked, unfortunately, because he can never stand upright. You've got the Sharda box with the season 16 Tom, funnily enough, so I know not the right Tom, but oh well, in that box. Then you've got Romana from Destiny of the Daleks, as well as Tom from Sharda, as well as the Curator there, as well as the Master from Keeper of Traken there. You've got the Melkur, and then you've got the Doctor as well. Oh god, this is so difficult to do. The Doctor there as well, from Keeper of Traken, I think, and then you've got the Romana 1 from Pirate Planet, I think. Yep, there she is, just hiding behind Sharda Tom. And then you've got the Master's TARDIS as well, the clock. So yeah, that's the major big different one. You know, added some bits and pieces, some unit soldiers, another Tom Baker. So now I've officially got 10 Tom Baker action figures. So we did it. We hit the goal. We smashed it out of the park. We've got 10 Tom Baker figures. I can die now. At the back there of the Matt Smith era shelf, you've got the Jodie Whittaker TARDIS. That's just because I have literally nowhere else to put it in my room. But I actually quite like it just being there, if I'm being completely honest. Even though I know that it's not particularly screen accurate, who cares? Because again, I'm running out of space. You've got the Matt Smith Raggedy Doctor one from the 11th Hour. Then you've got Amy or Amelia. Then you've got Ow, My Arm Hurts. Then you've got Amy in the police officer uniform. You've got the 11th Doctor, as he normally is. Amy from Victory of the Daleks. One of the creepy guys from Mr. Hawthorne. Is he called Mr. Hawthorne? I have no idea. From Beast Below. Smiler. Another Smiler, but he has like the reversible head. Bracewell. As well as a Dalek serving some tea, as well as some Paradigm Dalek boys at the back, a drone, red strategist, orange scientist, and yellow is the Ow, My Arm, is the nope, not the Eternal, maybe the Eternal, I have no idea. Then you've got the sort of Flesh and Stone, Time of Angels Flesh and Stone sort of little diorama that I really do actually like. Bit of a guilty pleasure of mine, I suppose. Where you've got Matt Smith in the with just the shirt and the braces and pants and that, without the jacket. Really like that variant, and that was a very hard to get and exclusive figure. Or for a long time with the sort of orange scientist Dalek. Then I've got like one standard Weeping Angel sort of with claws out and arms and whatnot and being all spooky and scary. And then you've got the other one which is less, or like more like from that episode, as well as the sort of holographic figure, holographic one which I do adore. Then I've got a stoned Roman soldier and a less stoned Roman soldier, I suppose, as well as 2 Silurians from the not so great Silurian two-parter. Then I've got River Song, and then you get into the Matt Smith sort of section of the figure collection, which includes Matt Smith wearing a fez, Matt Smith wearing a cowboy hat, Matt Smith in a straitjacket, Matt Smith with a beard and very long hair, Matt Smith as Rebel Flesh, and then Matt Smith in his Series 7 costume, which I got much later on randomly from Amazon. But unfortunately, because of that, I am really happy that I finally got the Matt Smith figure at all. But I am also kind of a little bit miffed because the one that I have didn't come with all the different bits and pieces and accessories. So, you know, I don't have an older version of Matt Smith. I don't have the one or handles or any cool bits and pieces really. But yeah, and then obviously there's just one random Silence Boy being a creepy bastard again at the back there. So yeah, these are all the action figures I had, or I'll have, should I say, in my collection now. I mean, predominantly, as I say, just added to the middle one, but then I'm pretty sure a while back checked my action figure collection video from last time, and I don't even think I had that TARDIS, the 13th Doctor TARDIS, which again I think's gorgeous. Not to say that I don't like all the other TARDISes. I pretty much like all the TARDIS boxes that I've got in my collection. I really like. So yeah, please do feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe.